Hello, good evening, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So on today's meditation, I'd like to deal with two main issues that I hear time and time again when we talk about meditation. Number one, I haven't got the time. How many of you have said that? Oh, I just haven't got the time to meditate, David. My life's too busy. Number two, I can't stop this mind of mine. I can't slow it down. It's too busy. It's going round and round and round. So those are the two issues I'd like to address today and share with you a meditation that I learned nearly 25 years ago now. The Taoists call it, "This too will pass." And it's a lovely meditation. It only takes about 10 minutes. And it's something you can do anytime, anywhere. You don't have to be in a special room. You certainly don't have to sit cross-legged. I can't sit cross-legged. You can lie down. You can sit down. You could even do this when you're doing some Qigong exercises, the standing exercise, or even walking the dog. This too will pass. And so this addresses when our mind gets overly busy and concerned with all of the day-to-day worries, fretting about the future, worried about the past, getting caught up in what we call the human-centered mind's stuff, self-doubt, fear, anxiety. This is the meditation that I would like you to try. So remember, before I start, meditation is not religious. It's just about learning to focus your mind. Remember the two main teachings in Wu Wei. You control your mind. Your mind does not control you. And you are the creator of your feelings. You are not the victim of them. Every feeling that you experience, whether that's what I call a red light feeling, anxiety, depression, stress, fear, you have created it. Or a green light feeling, love, bliss, happiness, joy, peace, tranquility. You have created that. So let's try and create some green light feelings, shall we? And we'll share this meditation together. So first of all, make sure you're sitting comfortably. Take a nice big deep breath and drop your shoulders and shake yourself down a little bit. And before we begin any meditation, do that first few moments that I call being the observer, starting at the top of your head. And you can do this now. Just slowly scan down through your body with your eyes open or closed. And what you're looking for is any tension or tightness. And that could be obviously in your neck or your shoulders, your shoulder blades, under your shoulder blades, your biceps, your chest, your diaphragm. Have a look at your rib cage and your hips, your lower back, and just check down through your legs, knees, ankles, and right down into your feet and toes. And when you're happy, let's work our way back up through the body. Can we go a little bit deeper? So we're looking now more at the joints, the ligaments, the sinews, around the ankle perhaps. Make sure there's no tightness in your ankle joint, your Achilles. Come up through the calf muscle, into the knee. Just relax all the tension around your knees. Come up into the cheeks of your bottom and your hips. Make sure you're not holding tight there. Just take a breath and release all that tension in the lower part of your body. See if you can find your spine and come up the vertebrae of your spine. Have you got a nice S shape through the waist, between the shoulder blades? Come up into the vertebrae of your neck. Make sure that's nice and loose and there's no tension. And then make your way up to the highest point of your head. And remember, this is called the Baohu point. And if you're unsure where this point is, just in your mind's eye, circle the energy around in the top of your head, just like stirring a cup of tea, round and round until you're drawn into the center. And there's the Baohu point. And then we can begin our meditation. From that point, just imagine dropping a center core line down through the center of your head. So we're going behind your eyes, nose, between your ears. We're going behind the mouth, through the center of the throat, between the shoulders, through the center of your chest, through what I call the middle dantian, you may call the heart chakra, down between your ribs, down between your hips, through the center of your abdomen that I call the lower dantian, and down into your perineum. So if you were lying down, it would go out past your feet. And now take a moment for yourself and just get that center line established. Because when you have that center line, you can now use it in several ways. First of all, let's think about your posture, your poise. Using the center line as the guide, bring your head floating on your shoulders. Not too far forward, not too far back, neither left nor right. Find that sweet spot. And here's the green light I spoke about. Can you find it? Same with your shoulders. Now just balance up those shoulders. Not too far forward, not too far back, not one higher than the other. Drop them down, find that comfortable space. Same with your chest and your ribs. So the left and the right hand side are just a mirror image of each other. And whether you're sitting, lying, walking, you're finding a balance. You're comfortable. And you're in control. Through your hips and your legs, your knees and your ankles and your feet. Now don't be rushed. Take responsibility for yourself to get comfortable, to get balanced. And when you're happy, well done. Now let's use the center line again, this time for your breathing. The teaching is just the same though. Don't be rushed. Take your time. And just imagine breathing down through that center golden core, right through the center of the body. And just for a few moments, watch your breath. How does it feel? How deep in your body is your breath going? You know, for many of us, we breathe very high in our chest. Could you try and breathe a bit deeper? That's good. And just notice if there's any restrictions, any tightness. Don't be hard on yourself. Try being soft. Give yourself some time. Relax your chest. And relax your diaphragm. And notice the breath going deeper. And notice how that calms the mind. And you're meditating. And you're in control. And you can breathe and relax as deep and as much as you want to right now. How deep do you want to go? And just be aware of how the body and the breath is cooperating and they're working together. Now when you're steady and you're in control, I want you to imagine, to picture in your mind's eye, perhaps when you were younger, a little bit carefree, walking through a field on a beautiful summer's day. You know, one of those days with blue skies and white, fluffy clouds. You know, one of those days with a cool breeze. And you can hear the bees and the birds in the background. You know the day. And just make your way into the center of this field, your field. Keep your breathing long and deep. That's good. And when you're in the center, just gracefully, gently lie down, deep in the grass. And just take a moment to make sure you can feel yourself being supported by the earth around you. And here you're safe, protected. And as you lie down, you can look up at the blue sky. And you can see those white, fluffy clouds passing through your vision. And you can watch them. Watch them as they enter and pass slowly and gently through your line of vision. And they leave. Now as you watch them, breathe deeper. Because these are like your worries, your fears, your problems. Watch as they enter into your life. And just observe as they pass through your field of vision. And they leave. And notice the passing of the clouds. And reflect in this quiet place, connected to nature. Let all of your problems and issues in whatever area and part of your life they've entered, they've been with you, and then they've left you. That is the way of nature. That is your way. And the truth of the matter is, you have always coped. Sometimes well, sometimes not so good. Through every period of your life, whether that's school days, going to a new school, sitting your exams, your best friend leaving you, your first relationship, your first job, your first redundancy, your first disappointment. Haven't they passed through? This too will pass. And so whatever's going on in your life today, right now, this week, whether you consider this to be good or bad, this too will pass. And now just breathe and watch those clouds. And watch the natural flow of nature. And this is what Taoism means. Being part of nature, not apart from it. You are connected. There is nothing that you will not be able to cope with and deal with in your natural, authentic way. You know, and I know, you have parts of you you haven't even used yet. We both know you are awesome. We both know that in the past, even those most difficult situations, those most trialing of times, the greatest and the most painful times, you have come through them. And that shows me who you really are. That shows me your true character, your authentic self. You are amazing. It doesn't matter what life has thrown at you in the past, you have come through. You will do the same in the future. Just as you watch these clouds come past your line of vision, this too will pass. You are on this journey. You are on this natural, balanced, harmonious journey. Never doubt yourself. Never, never doubt your ability. Never break this connection as you lie here and you feel the ground around you and you hear nature all over you. This is the universe that you are part of and you live in. Never doubt that. Whatever you want will always be there for you. And so just breathe. And before we finish, scan down through your body. And just watch those clouds. They have no worries. They have no fears. They do not concern themselves with what if, what could, what might. They'll deal with what's in front of them right now. Take a lesson from nature. Never doubt yourself. Because as you lie here, as you breathe, can you touch that part of you that I call Shen? That deep spiritual part of you, the essence of who you really are, that no one can take away from you. This is yours. You are part of something much bigger. And so breathe. Relax. And just be still and calm. And when it's time to leave, just slowly get up and leave this sacred place. And you can come back to this place any time that you want to, for as long as you want to. This is yours, no one else's. And leave this place with respect. And move away from the center of the field. And I'll slowly count you back into the room. But don't be rushed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you can open your eyes whenever you want. Give yourself a good shake down. Well done, you see? 10 minutes. And you can take parts of that and use it any time that you want to. This too will pass. Remember that all of the time. It's a saying I say to myself all of the time. This too will pass. You will get through any adversity, difficulty, hard situations. You always have, and you always will. And if you believed in yourself half as much as I believed in you, you see how amazing you really are. So thank you very much for joining me. And by the way, if you've got any ideas or any issues you'd like me to do a meditation on to help you, then please write below. And I'd be happy to either show some of my meditations. I've got thousands. As over the times traveling through China, I've got thousands of meditations I'm looking forward to sharing with you. So until we meet again, have a great day. Look after yourselves. Yi Dao, Ji Dao.